Hello. Hi. Okay. In this video, I am going to be talking about and answering the question, how long should a YouTube video be? I get asked this question so many times that if I had $1 for each time that I'm asked this question, I would be rich. And that is not an over exaggeration. Um, so I'm going to be answering that in this video, in this live stream today. But before we get into it, hi, I'm Jenn Fanning, and I am a YouTube strategist for 6 to 7 figure business owners who want to grow and turn their YouTube channel into a client converting machine so that they can start waking up to brand new leads and clients every single day. Right, so let's get into this video, shall we? Right, how long should your YouTube video be? Well, my answer, as long as it needs to be to satisfy the needs of your audience. What do I mean by this? All right. So imagine you are given a tutorial on ClickUp, let's just say. And in this video, it's actually 3 minutes long. From the get go, if I saw a tutorial video around ClickUp, something as complex as ClickUp, and it's 3 minutes long, that signals to me that this video is not going to suit my needs. Because tutorials for something that's as complex as ClickUp, a lot of people do find ClickUp quite overwhelming, very complex, like I do. So videos or tutorials around something like that, you would expect it to be longer than 3 minutes for sure, unless you're showing a specific part of ClickUp. But if you're doing an overall tutorial on ClickUp and it's only 3 minutes long, no, like that is just too short. So that is what I mean by your video needs to be as long as it needs to satisfy the needs of your audience. So if your audience watched an entire video and they felt like their questions were answered and they felt like, yep, she answered all my questions, she basically stuck to her side of her promise, that signifies that your video was the right length. But there are people who would spend so much time talking about themselves, talking about their offers over and over and over again before they even get to the point of the video. And this is where you lose your audience. So I'm going to be going through how you can go about, keeping people on your videos for longer. But if before I do, if you're liking this video so far, I'd like if you could smash the like button so that YouTube know that it's worth watching and show it to more people. Okay, so let's get into it. How can you keep people on your videos for longer? Well, there are a few things you can do, and I'm only going to mention a couple of them today. But the very first thing is you need to make sure that you get better at editing. What do I mean by that? You don't need to be a professional per se. You don't need to do all these really cool, amazing transition, but you need to be able to do things like add B-rolls to your videos. You need to be able to remove long-winded parts in your videos, any unnecessary parts and long pauses. You need to be able to just remove them. If you are pausing in between sentences when you don't need to be, then you need to delete those parts of your video, those part out of your video. And using B-rolls. So, for example, if I'm talking about, let's say this was a pre-recorded video, and I'm talking about making my morning coffee, it'll be a great idea to show you as I'm making my morning coffee rather than just telling you that. So if I just take a clip of myself making coffee or someone making coffee, so if I use a stock image or stock video, and I put that on my over my video as a B-roll. So B-roll is your secondary video or image over the main video. If I put that over, that is known as a B-roll. That is my way of showing you what I'm talking about rather than just talking at you. Because this is a live video or live stream, I can't do things like that. But if I were to pre-record this video, that is something I would do. So that's what I mean by getting better at editing. Right. And then the next thing as well is you need to have an outline for your video at the very least. The amount of times Like, I've had people in the past say, "Oh, I just like to talk intuitively. I don't wanna just outline it because I just wanna be like I just wanna flow." I'm sorry, but without a plan, you're gonna end up rambling and wasting your time and people's time. You need to outline your video. At least kind of give yourself bullet points of what you're gonna talk about. The reason why is, and make sure that you hit the right points, you mention the right things that you need to mention, and you don't ramble. And if you know that you are nervous about filming and you don't think an outline would be enough, then you should consider scripting your video. Now, the issue with that though is a lot of people, when they script their videos, they use teleprompter and they're not quite natural enough. So you can tell they're reading a script. I found this woman's podcast a couple of months ago, and by the second episode, I only listened to 2 episodes in her show. By the second episode, I gave up because I could tell she was reading from a script. That for me just seems so unnatural. There's nothing wrong, and I need to say this, there's nothing wrong with reading from a script. But if you're reading and it's very clear that you're reading from a script and it's really boring to your audience, then there's a problem. So, how can you read from a script without making it seem like you're reading from a script? You need to make sure you're not monotone. So, back in the day when I was scripting my videos, I say back in the day as if it was years ago, like it was literally last year when I was scripting my videos, I would bullet point certain things that I wanted to say in a certain way. I bullet point these things, and or I could use italics for words that I wanted to maybe emphasize on or highlight when I'm speaking. And this is how I made sure that I wasn't monotoned. So, for example, let me just read to you my introduction. I have it written here. So, this is how I would say it. Hiya, I'm Jenn Fanning. I'm a YouTube strategist for 6 to 7 figure business owners who want to grow their YouTube channel and turn it into a client converting machine so that they can start building their authority and sign clients even while they sleep. Do you see what I did there? So I emphasized certain words so it sounded natural. I was still reading the script, but you didn't know that. Obviously, looking at my eyes, you probably could tell that I was looking somewhere else, but you couldn't just hear from the sound of my voice that I was reading. But if I was to just say, "Hiya, I'm Jennifer Fanning, a YouTube strategist for 6 to 7 figure business owners," you get the point. You know that I'm reading then. So highlighting certain words, bolding words when you're writing your script, bold certain words that you want to make emphasis on. Use italics for certain words that you want to maybe use a different type of tone for. And this would help you when you are reading that script to know what way your voice should sound and what way the tone of your voice should be when you're saying those particular words. Okay, so that is basically my little tip for you and how to help you to get people to stay on your videos for longer. So let's just recap. Remember that your video can be as long as they need to be, as long as it satisfies your audience needs. Another thing as well when it comes to editing is make sure that when you are editing your videos, it's not, if your mind tends to wander at certain points in your video, what I always do is I'd replay that part of the video that I lost concentration for. And if it's not necessary for the video, I always take it out. If it is necessary for the video, I leave it on. So that's things that you could do. So if you think that if you're listening to yourself while you're editing and you lose concentration, that is usually a cue to you that that part of your video is boring. And if it isn't needed, if it is important, then keep it on. Leave it in the video. But if it's not important and you can do without it, take it out. So we've talked about editing, and obviously we've covered outlining your videos and using a script if you need to use a script. So that is how you can help keep your video and keep people on your videos for longer. Now, I got something pretty exciting I wanted to talk with you. I am launching a 6 weeks intensive to help business owners who want to launch their YouTube channel, but they've been sitting on the idea for a very long time. In 6 weeks, you're going to launch your YouTube channel and you're going to start waking up to new subscribers and viewers that can help you build your authority on YouTube. So this program is called Rocket Launch, and yes, it is a 6 weeks intensive. If you are interested in the program, the link is going to be in the description below. We are starting, however, on the 6th of, no, the doors are closing on the 6th of September. So we have our kickoff call later on today, but doors are closing 6th of September. It is a hybrid, so you get a one-to-one call with me at the beginning of the 6 weeks, and then a final one-to-one call with me after. This is a bonus call, by the way, to help you just basically see how you got on and to help you create a roadmap for continuous success. But the rest of the videos or the rest of the calls in between are actually group calls. So if you're interested, like I said, the link is going to be in the description of this video and you can go check it out. But doors are closing 6th of September. All right, that is it for me today. And I will see you in the next live, possibly next week. Bye.